Bienvenidos a Puerto Rico. My name is Raul.
And I'm Lorena.
And this is I'm Out Traveling. Thanks for watching. In this video, we're going to go over the quick highlights that we did on our trip to Puerto Rico. We only came for the weekend from Friday to Monday. And while we couldn't show you all of what Puerto Rico has to offer, we're going to show you what we did and what we experienced.
And if you're hearing a little bell in the background, that's where we got these. This is called piraguas or snow cones. So delicious, so refreshing.
This is January and it is hot.
So hot. We just finished walking the entire fort, the Castillo de San Felipe, which is amazing.
But that's day number 4. So before we talk about the fort, let's talk about what we've experienced so far in order. Let's go over some of the ground rules and some questions you may be asking yourself.
Many of you may already know this, but just in case, because Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, if you're a U.S. citizen, you don't need your passport. Leave that at home, and all you need is your ID.
So the currency in Puerto Rico is the U.S. dollar. So no need to go to the bank and exchange currency. U.S. dollar works just fine here. And if you don't speak Spanish too well, it's okay. Many Puerto Ricans know and understand English, so you won't have a hard time communicating with them. However, highly recommend you learn some of the key words such as hola, bienvenidos, ¿cómo estás? ¿A dónde está? And then you can say, ¿a dónde está el baño? Where's the bathroom? Gracias.
But to be honest, you won't have a huge problem with that, because even in our stay here, a lot of people were asking us, do you prefer English or Spanish? Right. And so almost everybody here is perfectly bilingual, so you'll be fine.
So now let's go over day number 1.
The whole reason for this trip was to celebrate my mom's 60th birthday. We decided to come for the long weekend, and on day 1, we treated her to a really nice dinner at a restaurant called Marmalade. It was a 5-course dinner. It was amazing. I mean, I can't remember the last time I did a 5-course meal. It was spectacular.
It wasn't cheap though.
No, it was. I mean, it's one of those things we do for a special occasion, and we wanted to treat my mom, and it was amazing from beginning to end. It was worth every penny.
And then after that, we walked around Old San Juan and just experienced the culture at night, which was beautiful. Day number 2, which was an amazing day, we went to a locals beach called Luquillo Beach, and while there are many amazing beaches in Puerto Rico, because we were here at a short period of time, we couldn't explore the other beaches because you had to take a ferry, and we just didn't have time for that. So we drove about 40 minutes east of San Juan to Luquillo Beach.
It was great. It's really a locals beach. I mean, that's the way that it felt. It wasn't filled with tourists, which was nice.
Just got the parking pass for Luquillo Beach, which it only costs $2 to get in and out as many times as you want. And right around the beach, there's little kiosks from food to souvenir shopping.
Great street food too.
Yeah, so what we did, we messed up because we ate before going there. What we should have done was grab something light in the morning, go to Luquillo Beach and eat at Luquillo Beach.
Yeah, we should have done that. But we did have a piña colada on the beach.
That's right.
An actual piña, in a pineapple.
Yeah. What'd you think? What would you rate that? I think we rated, right?
It was good. It was good. I think I put it at 8.
You put it at 8. I put it at 8 as well. Her mom put a 10. So
yeah, she loved it.
That's not a bad average, right? They're supposedly the best piña coladas in Puerto Rico. They were pretty good, not gonna lie. So now on to day number 3. But if you're enjoying this video so far, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell to stay up to date with all our video. It definitely helps out this channel and lets YouTube know that, hey, we're doing our right job. But on to day number 3. Ziplining. We ziplined El Monstruo over at Toro Verde, which was something we were really looking forward to the most, and it did not disappoint.
It is known as the longest zip line in the Americas, and it's a good almost 2 minutes long?
2 minutes long, 8,300 feet, so about 1.5 miles, roughly the size of 28 football fields, which is
incredible,
enormous.
I still can't believe we did that.
It felt like forever when you were ziplining. It's like, oh my god, but it was amazing.
And the views were incredible.
Yes.
You see this beautiful mountainside and a valley, this beautiful river go underneath you. I mean, you have a 360 view. It's incredible.
Yeah. So the price for admission was $89 per person to zipline El Monstruo.
Yeah.
And so when you zipline El Monstruo, there's actually 2 zip lines. The main one, the Monstruo, which takes you from one point to one point, and the one that returns you back is the shorter one. And then from there, they'll pick you up in a little truck and they'll take you back to headquarters. But for $89, it was definitely worth it. There are other activities you could do there, like the bicycle ride and other ones, but we didn't get to do that because, you know, once again, limited on time. But one of the things we did do after we left Toro Verde, which was right across the street, was, what's the name of the restaurant called? Rocadura Cafe. It was really good. The views, I mean, the atmosphere of that restaurant was incredible.
And it was interesting because when we finished eating our lunch there, which was spectacular, one of the best mofongos I've ever had.
Which mofongo is better, the one from last night's dinner or this one?
No question. This one. It was amazing. So after we finished, a person who works there came up to us and gave us a card and said, hey, if you guys are looking for any villas, for any vacation villas in the future, we have a few right next door that can house up to 12 people and even has a private pool.
Day number 4, Monday, which is where we're at right now. We woke up early. We went to a restaurant called Mallorca's, which we had some Mallorca. They had pretty much like a Puerto Rican bread, a sweet bread with powdered sugar on top. And we had ham and cheese in it. It was incredible.
Mine just had cheese and it was awesome.
It's cheap too, like $3.
Yeah,
it's not bad at all.
It was light too. I didn't want to have such a heavy breakfast because we're gonna walk around a lot today. So it was perfect. After we finished our meal at Mallorca, we came over to Castillo San Felipe del Morro, which is a national monument from the National Park Service. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Today was the most perfect day, not a cloud in the sky. It's definitely pretty hot though, not gonna lie, but it was beautiful. And we went in for free because today is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and on national holidays they allow people to go in for free.
Correct, like National Park Day, which is in April, and Veterans Day. Also, if you're retired military or a veteran, you could come in for free, so keep that in mind. Just bring your ID for that. So now, just to give you a quick recap on the restaurants we visited, we went to Kasalta, which was a great little panaderia, a little bakery in town for breakfast. Café con leche, which is espresso with coffee, pretty much.
Some goodies for the beach.
From?
Kasalta.
Kasalta. We went to Mallorca's today. Highly recommend Mallorca's. Yeah. Definitely come there. Sobao, that was a good one too, which was an unexpected stop. Yeah.
We saw it off the side of the road and it turned out to be really good.
The other night we went to Raíces, which was, all right, let's be real. It was good, but when the restaurant says, and they have it on the window, like we have the best mofongos in town, or the best whatever in town, I don't know about that. It was good.
There's a big picture on their window that says best mofongo.
So I asked the lady, is it true you guys make the best mofongo? And she pointed out her window, she goes, that's what it says there. And we're like, all right, sign us up.
Definitely the mofongo that I had at Tocadura and Orocovis was spectacular.
Hands down.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was still a good experience because
the atmosphere was great.
Yeah, the atmosphere was great. You had drinks. My mom had
What was that sausage?
Longaniza.
Longaniza. That sausage that they had there, and most Puerto Rican restaurants will have it. Longaniza, you need to get that. That was good.
If you want to try sausage, definitely try longaniza. But we were told by a local that the best longanizas are in Orocovis, where we were on Sunday, and we didn't order longaniza there.
We're about to.
Because apparently he tells us that most of the longaniza on the island comes from Orocovis. So if you have a chance to go there, it's about an hour outside of San Juan. Definitely try longaniza.
So Orocovis is actually where Toro Verde is at. So if you're going to Toro Verde and you're going to eat at that restaurant, Rocadura, order the longaniza, because trust me, that was the best sausage I've ever had in my life. And then the last 2 restaurants we went to were...
If you want to try some fine dining, I highly recommend Marmalade.
Now, Marmalade, just to put things in perspective, the 4 days that we've been here, every day we ate, we still didn't even amount to the price we paid at Marmalade.
It's pricey, but like I said, it's for a special occasion, you know.
3 of us at Marmalade, we spent, I think, with tip included,
like $600.
$600. And every other day we spent like $30, $40. So.
But keep in mind, 5 courses. We also had some champagne and.
I mean, we splurged. Yeah. It was definitely a place to splurge, but just putting this in perspective. And then the other restaurant we went to, what's called Bebo's Cafe. It was really good too. It was a very local spot. Unlike Marmalade, where it's very high end, this is more like a diner style.
Yeah, it was so good. Yeah.
Definitely. So when you go to Bebo's Cafe, trust me on this, order the pechuga de pollo rellena, I think it's called.
Yeah.
This one that you're looking at right now on the video, order that one. Trust me, you're gonna thank me for that.
Yeah, that's good.
So right now I have a pollo relleno de platanito maduro with a queso blanco arriba, which means a stuffed chicken with sweet plantains. Look at this. And white cheese on top. But look at that. Wow. This is where it's at right here. This is good. Then we have some arroz con guandule. Very typical Puerto Rican rice. And a cazuela de marico, which a cazuela means like a pot, a stew. So it's a stew of like a lot of different assorted seafood items. With, right here, some maduros, which are sweet plantains. This is really good. You know what I just realized we didn't talk about? La placita. La
We have to talk
Placita.
about La Placita.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, La Placita. So I had been there before and I absolutely loved it when I went more than 10 years ago. Raul and my mom had never been and they absolutely loved it because the atmosphere there is just so fun and light.
It's very local.
Chill.
It's very local.
And you just dance with strangers like my mom and I did. It was so much fun. It was great.
So what I recommend there, if you drink alcohol, grab a beer. She had a pina colada from one of the little shops there. And just grab a beer, walk around, just spend an hour there. If you want to dance like they did, they danced. Hey, that's by all means.
There's great live music, and there's a bunch of places where you can eat as well. So it's just one of those things that if you just want to go out and have a good time and just chill, La Placita.
I would say overall, my favorite, the top 3 things that we did was Luquillo Beach. I love Luquillo Beach. I even met a local there that let me borrow his water scooter. People are really nice here. I will say the ziplining was awesome, but I think my favorite thing was La Placita. I think it was just a great experience. Yeah, you get to really just get embedded with like the local community there and just, like I said, the music and the dancing, that was fun.
I loved it. I definitely want to come back to Puerto Rico and go back to La Placita again.
Well, guys, hopefully this video has been helpful. I know it wasn't a full video explaining all Puerto Rico, but at least it showed you what we did.
We packed a lot in this short weekend.
We definitely did.
Yeah.
And right here, this paraguas.
Not a paraguas. That's an umbrella.
But what is it called?
Piragua.
Okay, this piragua is really good. I had a coconut strawberry one. She had a passion fruit, which passion fruit, they call it here parcha.
Parcha. I had no idea. I learned that on this trip.
Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. We're going to go to Tulum next. I'll see you in Tulum.